This is KCBD News Channel 11 at noon.
Good afternoon and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Shaley Sanders. Right now, one person is recovering from a gunshot wound. Police responded to reports of a domestic disturbance at a home in Slayton around 7 o'clock last night. Police say the incident involved 2 men and a woman. Slayton PD says one man was rushed to a Lubbock hospital with minor injuries from a gunshot wound. Officers arrested the other man. No names have been released at this time. Developing news from Washington, D.C. While Donald Trump is spending President's Day at his Florida estate, he spent much of the weekend on Twitter lashing out at the handling of the Russian probe. Kristen Welker joins us now with more. And today, the Russian foreign minister is speaking out and dismissing the indictments, in part saying it looks like accusations have been made, but no evidence was presented. Well, back here at home, early voting begins tomorrow for the March primary election. Early voting ends Friday, March 2nd. The primary election will be on Tuesday, March 6th. For all of your voting locations and information, we have that posted right now to our website, kcbd.com. And be sure to join Jenna at 1:30 on Facebook. She'll be giving a live demonstration of the new voting machines. Today, Xcel Energy employees who have been deployed to Puerto Rico will return home. For the past 21 days, 16 employees from our area have been helping to restore power to the island still recovering from Hurricane Maria. They join other Xcel employees from the upper Midwest and Colorado. The company will send another group today. Turning to our weather, it is a beautiful day here on the South Plains, but changes are headed our way. Steve joins us now from the First Alert Forecast Center with details. Steve.
Well, Shaley, after yesterday's high of 78, today will be close to that. We do have some significant temperature changes, but also the possibility of some rain. Now, looking in on the Doppler, a few showers over eastern New Mexico. Nothing here in the viewing area at this time. I want to take a look at some winds. We'll talk about the fire weather that's coming up this afternoon with the strong gust. Already looking at wind gusts of around 30 to 40 miles per hour, with Morton gusting to 42 right now, Tech Campus 26, Plainview 35, Floydada 35. These are the current wind gusts from the Texas Tech Mesonet. So again, with the wind, the warmth, and the dry conditions, we are looking at fire weather conditions. Be very cautious in the outdoors with anything that generates heat, might generate a spark, and of course no open flames in the outdoors. Now, in terms of our forecast, we'll take a look at that coming up a little bit later, Shaley.
Okay, thanks so much, Steve. On Saturday, the Red Raiders will take on the Kansas Jayhawks in a game that could decide the Big 12 title. ESPN's College Game Day will be here in the Hub City for the first time in the program's history. The morning show will be live from the USA from 10 to 11, and tip-off is set for 3:15. For more details on how you can be part of the experience Saturday morning, type College Game Day into the search bar on our website. And a new AP poll gives the Tech men's basketball team its highest ranking in program history. The team sits at number 6 in the nation. Leading the top 3 is Virginia, Michigan State, and Villanova. Tech's next game is on Wednesday at Oklahoma State. Tip-off time is set for 6 o'clock. Team USA has fallen behind in the medal count at the Winter Olympics, but some good prospects for medals are coming up tonight and the rest of the week. Jay Gray is at the games with the very latest.
Hey there, good afternoon.
And don't forget, your live Olympic coverage will begin tonight at 7 o'clock right here on KCBD News Channel 11. Well, police departments across the country are feeling the pains of not having enough recruitments to keep officers on the streets in order to keep our neighborhoods safe. Many officials say a lack of funding for new hires and overtime, coupled with high-profile police-involved shootings in recent years, have made recruiting a challenge. Departments across the country have used tuition reimbursement, signing bonuses, and even retooling policies on prior experimental drug use to try to bring more people on board. And even when there is additional outreach, it's not easy to make the cut. Only 10% of applicants are accepted.
In order to get people that have the character, the history, the education, the work history, the credit history, the psychological mindset, we got to go through a lot of people to be able to get the best of the best.
Experts say a thriving economy could be partially to blame for the lack of manpower. When the economy is stronger, it's difficult to match the benefits and pay the private sector can offer. Fiat Chrysler is recalling more than 180,000 Ram pickup trucks because of a rollaway risk. The recall includes 2017 and 2018 trucks. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says the truck could shift out of park if the key is not in the ignition. Now, fortunately, there are no reports of injuries or crashes. The company recommends that drivers always use the parking brake as a safety precaution until replacements will be made available beginning in March. A blood test is in the making that could detect autism. Those details coming up.
This afternoon, wind, but in the days ahead, a chance for some wintry showers in the forecast.
But first, gun control is once again at center stage following that mass shooting in Florida. We have the latest on protest and what lawmakers in Washington say should be done.
KCBD News Channel 11. Coverage you can count on.
In the aftermath of the South Florida school shooting, there's a growing call to action from survivors of the massacre, and we are now seeing a loud voice from student survivors. Another issue at hand causing concern, the missed warning signs from the FBI and Florida law enforcement. Gabe Gutierrez joins us now with more. European scientists have taken the first steps towards finding a blood test for autism. Their study included a group of children with and without autism. The test showed children with autism had higher levels of protein damage in their blood plasma. The researchers hope these findings could lead to an earlier diagnosis of the condition. Well, in the movies, heart attacks are almost always shown with the actor clutching his or her chest in pain. But in reality, it's not necessarily like that, especially for women. Yale researchers interviewed more than 2,000 women who were hospitalized after suffering a heart attack. And while tight chest pain was a symptom, the research showed women were more likely to have nausea, as well as pain in their jaw, neck, arms, or between their shoulder blades. Heart disease is the #1 killer in women.
This is the First Alert Forecast with Steve Devine.
Okay, thanks so much, Steve. A free concert right here in the Hub City is just around the corner. Details coming up next on KCBD News Channel 11's New Notebook. The Lake Ridge Chamber Orchestra will perform this Saturday, and great news, admission is free. Eric Allen is the conductor for the orchestra, and he joins us now with details.
Hi.
Hi, thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
So free automatically gets my attention.
Of course. Well, we're excited to offer this as one of, part of our mission at the church is to provide great opportunities for people in our community and to bring people into our doors. And so we're excited to offer this concert this weekend as part of our concert series that we started last fall, and so this is the next concert on our schedule.
Now, you did something similar last year.
We did. Our first concert was last October, and it was a great success, and so we're excited to continue that series with this chamber orchestra that's made up of people from the area, and many of my colleagues at Texas Tech will be performing as well, and so some professional musicians from this area, and so we're just excited to offer this as a great musical outlet for our community.
Now, we were talking during the commercial break, you wear a lot of hats. So
I do.
You're the conductor here for this orchestra,
Yes.
but you also are a band director at Texas Tech.
I am. I'm one of the directors of the band program at Texas Tech, and so I'm excited to get to do a lot of different things with music in my career.
So we're going to hear the fight song at the orchestra?
I don't think we'll hear the fight song on this one, but yeah. But we'll be doing a lot of interesting and diverse program, actually. Beginning with the West Texas Children's Chorus, we'll be performing an arrangement of a Bach piece. We'll be doing a Mozart double concerto for viola and violin, featuring two of my colleagues from Texas Tech, Annie Shalex-Boyle and Kimberly Spar. We'll also be premiering a brand new work, a world premiere of a piece by DJ Spar, who's a composer who lives here in Lubbock, but was the resident composer with the California Symphony and has done some major compositions, and his work's been performed all over the world. And so we're thrilled to premiere that work, which was composed specifically for this orchestra on this event.
Wonderful. So this is this Saturday at Lake Ridge United Methodist Church.
It is. This Saturday, 8 p.m., we are offering free childcare, which is also a neat opportunity for our community. You can register your children by Wednesday for free childcare. You can do that on the Lake Ridge website.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. Steve joins us now with a final look at our first alert forecast, and we have some beautiful blowing dust for you today. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah, it's the strong winds in the area, and of course, with the wind and the warmth and elevated wildfire danger too. As we check in on the forecast, first want to remind you that coming up the first Saturday of March is Severe Weather Awareness Day. So this is free. It'll be out at the Science Spectrum from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We'll be talking more about this as the event gets closer. Now, windy this afternoon with areas of blowing dust. Tomorrow, the high 68, windy but not as windy as today. Then the cold front arrives, and with that colder air, a chance for some wintry showers. Again, expecting these to be on the light side Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, thanks so much, Steve, and thank you for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful afternoon.